Hello, boys and girls. This is going to be the story called The Wish, which you should watch before you do your Superkids word workbook lesson for today. We are going to go back to page 42 in the word workbook and do the comprehension page based off of this story. So make sure that you're paying attention so that you know the best way to answer. Here we go.
The Wish, Chapter 1.
Let me turn that volume up real quick so you can hear it better.
Ugh, said Oswald. We always bring too much stuff to the beach. But it's a terrific spot for swimming. Last one in the lake is a rotten egg, yelled Beta. The kids splashed in the lake until Doc's mom yelled, "Lunch!"
Okay, so the Super Kids today have gone to the beach. I'm sure some of you are wishing you could go to the beach these days. What do the words tell us about what the beach is like? In the third line, it says it's a terrific spot for swimming. It also lets us know that it has a lake. What else can you tell about the beach just from this picture? That there is a lot of sand in some grassy areas as they come, and I'm sure that it's going to have some nice water. Now, Beta yells, "Last one in the lake is a rotten egg." Does that mean that the last kid in the water will turn into a bad-smelling egg? No, of course not. What she means is that you should run in the lake and not be the last one to do that. Sort of like a game. Let's turn the page.
Thanks, said Sal. We're very hungry. I think I could eat a whale. You're always hungry, joked Tick.
I'm going to pause it right there. Does Sal really want to eat a whole whale? No, he doesn't. That's his way of saying that he is hungry. More hungry than any other time, I suppose.
The kids ate their lunches. Then Doc passed a box of fortune cookies. I liked the notes we got in the other fortune cookies, said Doc. Let's see what are in these cookies.
Okay, so how does Doc feel about fortune cookies? Right, she definitely likes fortune cookies. How do we know? Well, she told us that she likes the notes that they got in the other cookies, and she gave the kids some more to open them. Let's keep reading.
Doc's fortune said, "Hug a girl with freckles. She'll bring you good luck. Hug Cass because she's got freckles," said Hot Rod. Hot Rod's fortune said, "Run and sing and always be glad." It'll be fun to do that, said Hot Rod.
Okay, so what do you notice about how the words for Doc's fortune on the paper look? They look like they're actually printed on a slip of paper that you might find in a fortune cookie. A fortune is another name for the note inside of a fortune cookie. So, I'm thinking Hot Rod said to Cass to hug Cass because she has the freckles. I wasn't quite sure why that's important, so I'm going to reread what Doc's fortune said. So Doc's fortune says, "Hug a girl with freckles. She'll bring you good luck." Oh, okay, well, if someone brings you good luck, it means good things happen when they are with you. Okay, well, that makes a little more sense. Let's keep reading.
Oswald's fortune said, "This is your lucky day. You'll get your wish." "Quick, make a wish," said Beta. "I can't think of one now," said Oswald. "I'll save it."
All right, so lucky day is when you have good luck. What does Oswald's fortune say will make his day lucky? He'll have his wish come true. All right. Does Oswald make a wish? Nope, not yet. Why not? He doesn't make a wish because he can't think of a wish to make. So maybe if you save a wish, it means that you'll make it later. Okay? Let's turn the page.
Chapter 2. After lunch, Oswald and Edabetta looked at the boats. I have never been on a boat, said Oswald. I wish I could go sailing. That is your wish, said Edabetta. I hope you get it. We don't have a boat, but you could float on a tube.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about what is the setting. The setting is where the story takes place. Our setting has changed just a little bit from chapter 1. Right now, they are sitting by the lake, and there are some details that are pictured shows us. There are some big rocks you can sit on, and there are boats out on the lake. Now, what is Oswald's wish? His wish is to go sailing. Do you think that this wish will come true? Why or why not? Maybe you're thinking yes, because the kids are at a beach with sailboats, and the fortune said that it was his lucky day. Maybe you're saying, no, not today, because the Superkids don't actually own one of those sailboats. Let's find out. Let's see if our predictions will be correct.
So Oswald floated on the tube. He felt sleepier and sleepier. Then he fell asleep.
All right, I want you to look at the tube. That's the yellow and green polka dot thing. You blow air in a tube like this to fill it up and make it float, which we know. And then how can you control a floating tube to make it move? You can kick your feet or maybe paddle with your arms to move it, okay? Let's see what happens next.
After a while, Doc's mom said, "We'll have to pack up now. It's time to go." Suddenly, Edabetta yelled, "Look at Oswald! He's in the middle of the lake."
Oh no! What has happened to Oswald? He floated where? Out to the middle of the lake. How do you think this happened? He fell asleep and he didn't realize that he was floating out so far. So now I want to think about the other characters in our story. How do you think Edabetta and the others feel about what has happened to Oswald? I think they might be a little bit scared. Why do you think they're scared? I think I might be scared because it isn't safe to float out so far in the water, especially by yourself, just on the little floaty. Let's reread Edabetta's words to show how she's worried about Oswald. So at the bottom it says, suddenly Edabetta yelled, "Look at Oswald! He's in the middle of the lake!" She definitely sounds concerned to me.
The kids screamed and yelled, but Oswald was still asleep. A gull screamed, "Screech! Screech!" It landed by the tube. Splash! Oswald woke up.
Okay, did Oswald do anything when the kids yelled at him? No. How come? He was still sleeping. What is it that makes Oswald wake up? A gull, or a kind of bird like a seagull, lands with a splash near him. So, Oswald's fortune said this was his lucky day. Does it seem like Oswald is having good luck? I think no, because he has floated far away from that shore. So now, this is the end of chapter 2. Well, let me show you. here's our start of chapter 3. What do you think this next part is going to be about? Poor Oswald. Uh-oh. Let's find out.
Chapter 3. Oh no, Oswald groaned. I'll never get back. My fortune said this was my lucky day. But look at the mess I'm in now. He yelled, "Help! Help!"
Okay, I'm going to pause this there. I want to talk about that word, groaned. Oswald groaned. People may groan when they're in pain or if they're very upset. And so how does Oswald feel? I know that when it tells me that he groaned, that he must feel very upset and afraid. What are some other clues that Oswald is upset and scared? Well, he says that he'll never get back and he's in a mess, right? He's yelling for help. Let's see what the rest of the page says.
Look, said Etta. There is a girl in a sailboat. She's close to Oswald. She'll pick him up and he'll be safe.
Okay. Also, what did you notice about the words in Oswald's speech balloon? Right, they're all big letters, tall capital letters, and they're all in the color red. Why do you think they look like that? I think they're letting us know that he's yelling very loudly for help. Now, what do you think will happen next? Take a minute, think it out. Pause the movie, the show if you need to. Let's go to the next page.
The girl sailed up to Oswald. She helped him get in the boat. Thanks, said Oswald. I'm glad I could help you, said the girl. But now you'll have to help me. Because it's so windy, I need a hand sailing. I'm happy to help, said Oswald.
Okay, so on this side, what's happening here? The girl has sailed up to him and pulled him into the boat. Is that what you thought would happen? Now the girl says that she needs a hand sailing. What do you think that means? It means that she needs Oswald to help her sail the boat. It doesn't mean that she needs an extra hand, okay? Let's see what happens next.
The girl gave Oswald a life vest. He held on to a rope. The wind filled the sails. The boat went flying across the lake. Oswald didn't want the trip to end.
Oh my, okay, so a life vest, we should know living here in Florida, a life vest is something that you wear that helps us to float in the water. It's the orange and white striped vest that they're wearing. Why did the girl give it to Oswald? Well, she wanted him to be safe in case he fell out of the boat. Now the story says the boat went flying across the lake. Was the boat flying up like a bird? No. What does that sentence mean? It means that the boat was moving very fast. Yes. Now, how can you tell that Oswald is enjoying the boat ride? Oh, yes, he's smiling. And the story says that he didn't want the trip to end. I know that if I'm having a great time, I don't want it to end. Let's see what happens at the end of our story.
When the boat landed on the beach, Oswald hopped out. He thanked the girl. Oswald, said Etta, your wish came true. Yes, said Oswald. This really has been my lucky day.
Okay, so why does Etta tell Oswald that his wish came true? Do you remember what his wish was? He wished that he could go sailing, and it happened, right? Now, What are 2 reasons why Oswald might think that his day was lucky? 2 reasons. One, I think, would be the easy one, that he got to actually go on the boat ride, right? That's what he wanted. That's what the fortune led us to believe for his wish. And then 2, I think it would be his lucky day because he got saved or rescued, right? Now, were you surprised by the way that Oswald's wish came true? Why or why not? You might have thought that Oswald would go sailing, but were surprised because he needed to be saved. Or maybe you were just surprised because you didn't think that he'd get to go sailing at all. How do you think that Oswald feels at the end of this story? I think he is happy and thankful and relieved. Why does he feel that way? He feels happy because he got back to shore safely and he had fun sailing with the girl. Now, what do you think that Oswald may have learned about playing in the water? I know what I learned. If you feel sleepy, you shouldn't go floating on a tube, right? And you should always wear your, I hope you said life vest. You want to stay next to others. We don't want to play by ourselves in the water. That's dangerous, okay? Now, if the girl in the boat hadn't been sailing that day, how else might Oswald's problem have been solved? Definitely, Doc's mom, a lifeguard, some other adult could have swum out to get Oswald and to pull him back to shore. Perhaps another boat might have been able to rescue him, or even Oswald might have been able to kick and paddle until he got back to the shore on his own. So that is the end of this story. And now you're going to go to page 42 in your Superkids Word Workbook, and you're going to do the comprehension questions.